Let's move into some of these streaming options and start with Day Shift over on Netflix. This is the latest action thriller comedy / produced by Netflix. I feel like another attempt by them to see if they can get some kind of franchise going, get some kind of excitement in general around one of their original properties. This one stars Jamie Foxx as a vampire killer who goes around Los Angeles picking off vampires and trying to sell the fangs for money. It's an interesting film. You have some other people alongside him, including Snoop Dogg and Dave Franco. He and Dave Franco end up in kind of like a buddy cop sort of dynamic, opposites attract kind of thing.
Yeah.
But Dave Franco also doesn't even show up in this movie until 31 minutes in. And I think that to me was part of my issue in it is there's way too much just like establishing, way too much padding in this movie and not enough just cutting to the chase. Like there are some exhilarating moments. I don't know if the action is overall super exciting, but there are moments of intensity. There's moments of intensity throughout. I don't know if like the entire scenes were good, but there's moments where like I'm like, oh wow. Mm-hmm. But like it just takes too long to get to a lot of it, and I feels like there's too little of it there by the time that the plot really kicks into gear. Just felt like there was too much padded onto this movie and not quite enough substance.
You didn't like when Jamie Foxx, the vampire hunter of over like 2 decades, and what's his name, who is an official for like the Vampire Association, tell each other the rules and not to the audience. Yeah. They just do a whole breakdown. You don't know that this vampire does that. It's like, y'all know this already. Why are you talking
Here's all the stuff you need for the wiki.
Yeah, literally. They're like, and then there's this house of vampires and this house of vampires, and they don't hang out with each other. And it's like, who are you explaining this to? They're like vets in this game. Yeah, you know, Jamie Foxx has his nice little one-liners. He's still got it. He's doing his action pieces. Snoop Dogg isn't in it as much as I thought he was going to be, man. I thought he was going to be in it a lot more.
Nah.
He comes in kind of
the way they
like,
advertise, the way they advertise him, you think he's going to be a supporting actor, and he's like an extended cameo.
Yeah, almost like if you're doing like Zombieland, he was supposed to be like the uncle character. He's supposed to be whatever Woody's character would have been, but not necessarily. Megan Good was fantastic in the movie. Megan is always good. I love how he like cast
Never complained about Megan.
Only got the side kiss, Jamie. But overall, I would say like if you're going into this movie, it's because you just want to see vampires get killed. This is for the fans of people who like Abraham Lincoln Vampire Killer. You're not really building up a lore here that's going to be as exciting as Netflix wants it to be, but you just want to see like what crazy type of massacres can they pull. And I think they deliver in that. Right. It's very overly CGI, but I guess that's the point.
No, I mean, I think one thing that's interesting is this almost is a little bit more like World War Z than like a typical vampire or zombie film, in that like it's not about precise hunts against one or two people. This is like there's multiple scenes of just dozens and dozens of onrushing villains, and that's sort of like the dynamic energy of it. It's like a zombie slaughter rather than like your traditional vampire hunter movie. But there's fun moments in it for sure. Like it feels almost video gamey in the way they take down a lot of these enemies. I don't know. I think Jamie Foxx is pretty good at elevating this kind of material, being the kind of like
Jamie.
Coolest guy in the room, unaffected, like sort of like the Will Smith-esque kind of action vibe. I don't know. I dig it. I mean, I dig it in moderation. I don't know. In moderation.
What do you
right?
think of them bringing up Twilight in a world where vampires exist? That Twilight is there. You know, the vampires would have gotten together, canceled the movie because of the representation that it was given.
And it's the stuff like that I feel like is a little bit just sweatier and desperate to be
a cheap joke to try to connect.
Turned into screenshots for Twitter. So I don't know. I kind of feel like this is sort of how I felt about Bullet Train last week, in that it's like there's elements that make me want to like it more, but it's just I think Bullet Train's a better movie than this one, but just like they're both going after the same kind of vibe, and they feel like they need a little bit more cooking. I don't know.
I think the action's better in Bullet Train, but the drama, I could care less on both of these. I don't care about the personal stories. I can't wait till we finally get another action movie where we could also get the drama side of it. Just not this week.